Imran Khan, the new Prime Minister of Naya Pakistan, sending out a letter to the Indian Prime Minister asking for resumption of the dialogue process. And on the other side, just this Sunday in Islamabad, you had the Minority Affairs Minister Noor ul-Haq Qadri, who was sharing the stage with Hafiz Saeed, one of the most notorious globally designated terrorists. Does this not bring out the level of hypocrisy and the complete farce that Imran Khan was playing out when he made it seem to the people in India and the world at large that he was interested in peace and talks with the Modi government? Here's the story.
This is Noor ul-Haq Qadri, Minister for Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony in Imran Khan's government. Here, he's sharing the dais with a UN-designated global terrorist and 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks mastermind, Hafiz Saeed. The all-party conference was called by terrorist Hafiz Saeed as part of his Defy Pakistan or Defense of Pakistan meeting, and terrorists openly spewed venom against India.
पाकिस्तान की दुश्मनी पर ये इलेक्शन लड़ना चाहता है, हमारी सरहदों पर कार्रवाइयां शुरू हो जाएंगी.
Saeed was not the only one who ranted against India in this meeting, where Pakistan's Federal Minister Noor ul-Haq Qadri exposed Imran Khan's real agenda against India. It was one threat after the other from the stage where Imran Khan's minister and terrorists sat shoulder to shoulder.
कोई इस खुशफहमी में न रहे कि कुछ होगा, सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक होगा या और कुछ होगा और जवाब नहीं मिलेगा. जवाब ईंट का जवाब इंशाल्लाह पत्थर से दिया जाएगा.
Also on the dais was ul-Haq, infamously known as the father of Taliban in Pakistan. The terrorists and the political leaders were on one page in their rants against India. In her address to the UN General Assembly, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj had exposed Pakistan's doublespeak on Hafiz Saeed.
सारा सच सामने आ जाने के बाद भी न चेहरे पे झेप, न माथे पे शिकन. 9/11 का मास्टरमाइंड तो मारा गया, किंतु 26/11 का मास्टरमाइंड हाफिज सईद आज भी खुला घूम रहा है, रैलियां करता है, चुनाव लड़वाता है, सरेआम भारत को धमकियां देता है.
In fact, even at the UN, India exposed Pakistan's state support to terror. A young Indian diplomat, Inam Gambhir, hit out at Pakistan, saying Naya Pakistan too was cast in mold of old.
My delegation came to this August assembly to listen attentively to the new Foreign Minister of Pakistan outline the vision of a new Pakistan. What we heard is a new Pakistan cast in the mold of old.
Pakistan is on the Financial Action Task Force grey list for inaction against Hafiz Saeed in particular and Lashkar-e-Taiba in general. Yet Pakistan appears to be brazening it out by daring both the UN and the world by not only refusing to take action against Hafiz Saeed but also mainstreaming the global terror mastermind. With Hamza Amir in Islamabad, Bureau Report, India Today.
This episode really brings out the level of hypocrisy of Pakistan's new Prime Minister Imran Khan's attempt at a rapprochement with India. On the one side, you talk about a constructive dialogue, and on the other hand, you've got your minister Noor ul-Haq Qadri posing with Hafiz Saeed, one of the world's most notorious terrorists. They call it Naya Pakistan, but this is as bad as the Purana Pakistan. Tariq Pirzada joins us from Pakistan. Gaurav Bhatia is the spokesperson of the BJP. Tariq Pirzada, you know, this farcical letter that Imran Khan wrote seeking resumption of dialogue really needs to be squared with what's happening inside Pakistan, where at this rally in Islamabad on Sunday, your minister in the new government in Pakistan is posing with Imran Khan, and yet at the same time you talk of peace with India. It makes absolutely no sense.
Well, if you know, your problem is that you don't seek peace, you seek war. Listen to the statements of your army chief, Mr. Rahul. He made one statement, then he went on, and he made a second statement of belligerency, of attack, of teaching lessons to Pakistan. He spoke of surgical strike, and you know that is the real policy of India. Now there is one problem. When Imran wrote the letter, and he referred to 4 major points: Kashmir, Siachen, Sirkrik, and terrorism. So it was a comprehensive offer of talks. Then the Indian government agreed. That's an interesting thing. They fixed a date of 27th of last month for meeting at the sidelines of the UN. Now all things were going well. Then your media, your RAW, your military establishment, represented by Mr. Bapan, they all became active, and the result was that the meeting was cancelled and the threats were issued by your army chief, and the fake story of the beheading or mutilation of the bodies of some Indian police or soldiers, they were used as a pretext. So really, India doesn't want peace. Remember one thing, Pakistan is changed. It's a powerful country. It has a major military. It has both conventional and non-conventional assets. So Pakistan cannot be, dealt with arrogance, with threats, and with the policy that you have always followed since 1947.
Gaurav Bhatia, what is the BJP and the Modi government making of the fact that an Imran Khan minister is seen posing with Hafiz Saeed? This is the same man your government was willing to talk to. You know, the moment he sent out an invitation, we immediately accepted it before realizing that they've got stamps of Buran Wani that they are putting out. Their ministers are sharing stage with Hafiz Saeed. Our government seems to be very gullible. Each time they lay out this kind of a trap, you fall for it before realizing that you've been trapped, and then you have to pull out of that trap.
Rahul, I would say that even in the United Nations, Sushma Swaraj ji very effectively exposed the dirty face of Pakistan, and the international community knows that Pakistan is one nation which is equivalent to Terroristan, and how, whether it is the US or the BRICS countries or other international platforms, Pakistan is one country which stands isolated today. Let us also not forget that the might of our country was shown during the surgical strikes, where Pakistan was given a tight slap, and they have still not recovered from the shock of surgical strikes. Let me also remind Mr. Pirzada that it is the clear policy of the Indian government and Narendra Modi ji that terror and talks cannot go hand in hand. And yes, the sideline talks were cancelled because you have been cowardly, in a cowardly way, attacking our army. And how is it that 132 UN designated terrorists are found on Pakistani soil? We are emerging as the most powerful democracy in the world, and Pakistan has become synonymous to terrorism. That is what something you need to introspect, and Imran Khan is nothing but a puppet in the hands of Pakistani army and the ISI.
Tariq Pirzada, if this was truly a Naya Pakistan, there would be a new approach on Hafiz Saeed. What we see in this supposed Naya Pakistan is the same old approach to Hafiz Saeed. If he is the world's most notorious terrorist, why does the new government of Pakistan not lock him up, hang him for all the acts of murder that he's committed? Tariq Pirzada.
Yeah. Your question?
My question is this: if this is indeed Naya Pakistan under a new government, why does the government of Imran Khan not take strong action against Hafiz Saeed? You want to show India you're serious about peace? Lock up the man, prosecute him, hang him for murder, and then we'll talk.
You claim that India is a democracy. Is that how people get caught in India? Catch them, put them behind the bar, and then try them in the courts of law? No. If you have a person who is accused of something, he is brought before the court of law. He is prosecuted, and then if sufficient evidence is provided, he is sent behind the bars. As hundreds of terrorists in Pakistan sent by India through Afghanistan, including Kulbhushan Yadav, they are behind bars right now, including Kulbhushan Yadav. So we have a system of law, we have a democracy. This is the third consecutive election. Mr. Imran Khan is the most democratically elected Prime Minister of Pakistan. He's a hero of the people of India, just as much he is the hero of the people of Pakistan. Your leadership is scared that if Imran Khan continues to play an effective role at the world stage and in the region, that Mr. Modi will have nowhere to go.
Sounding delusional. You're sounding absolutely delusional when you say that, because I remember that time, Gaurav Bhatia, when I interviewed Imran Khan when he'd come for Agenda Aaj Tak, and he told me if I come to power in Pakistan, the likes of Hafiz Saeed will have no space. That was in December 2012 when he was in Delhi.
Do you think the government
from there to July 2018, when he says that, you know, one of the responsibilities of the state is to bring people like Hafiz Saeed into mainstream politics. It just shows the rapid decline of Imran Khan. Gaurav Bhatia.
You know, you've put it very succinctly, and Rahul, let's not forget that India has been a very vibrant democracy all throughout, whereas Pakistan has seen 35 years of dictatorship, and Imran Khan is nothing but a puppet in the hands of the ISI, as I said. He does not have the, you know, will and the strength to take decisions, and that is why we see a U-turn by him, where his government ministers are interacting with Hafiz Saeed. And Mr. Pirzada was talking about the judicial system in Pakistan. He forgets that the Chief Justice of Pakistan was unceremoniously sacked by the Pakistani army. You know, their systems are very susceptible to the terrorists that dictate the policy in Pakistan. But let's not forget that India as a nation has the strength and the resilience to give a befitting reply to Pakistan. We broke the country into two pieces in 1971. During Kargil war, we showed our strength. Very recently, during the surgical strikes. And now Pakistan stands completely isolated in the international community. That is the strength of our diplomacy, and Pakistan should be ready to face the consequences of the terrorism that they are spreading in India.
Tariq Pirzada, at this time, 132. You heard that right, 132 UN designated terrorists and 22 terrorist organizations. You know, these are terrorists who've been accepted by the United Nations, globally recognized terrorists, are operating on your soil. Let Imran Khan and this Naya Pakistan take action against half a dozen of them.
You have the UN Secretary General Gatra is visiting India. Tell him what are the major issues. And he made a statement. Kashmir is the issue that must be settled between India and Pakistan. He did not refer to the issue of terrorism as propagated by you.
You're not answering my question, Tariq Pirzada. According to 1267 and the 1988 of the UN Security Council sanctions regime, 132 globally designated terrorists operate on Pakistani soil. How many of them has the government of Imran Khan acted against?
You know, a figment of report and a figment of your imagination. We don't believe that. Listen, we have everybody from Kulbhushan, your Indian Navy serving officer, including everybody behind the bar in Pakistan. We are sentencing 11, 10 people every other week to death. So the terrorists in Pakistan are going to hell, and so will Mr. Kulbhushan Yadav.
Bhatia, final words. You know, this is highly hypocritical. Where it suits him, he doesn't want to refer to the UN sanction when it doesn't suit him, and when it suits him, he's quoting the same United Nations, ignoring the fact that 132 UN designated terrorists are in Pakistan. Gaurav Bhatia.
Absolutely, Rahul, and it's good that you have shown him the mirror. The problem is when he sees the mirror and the dirty face of Pakistan, it is difficult for him to accept it. But I want to offend him by just telling him that Sushma Swaraj ji very rightly during her earlier speech at the UN had said that India produces eminent doctors, engineers, scientists, and Pakistan produces terrorists. And a few are punished are not enough, because in Pakistan when a child is born, a mother is told that a new terrorist is born. You have become a terroristan. It is time that you operate and sever these cancerous limbs. Otherwise, Pakistan as a country will be destroyed off the world map very soon.
Strong attack, Tariq Pirzada, against Pakistan by our External Affairs Minister. We produce doctors and scientists. Pakistan is producing terrorists.
And India is isolated in subcontinent as well as Hafiz Saeed is concerned. He's a free man until proven guilty, and you have not provided any proof. So mind your business. Watch, come up with some evidence.
Many dossiers have been provided to Pakistan, but you have an ostrich-like approach, Mr. Pirzada. That is the problem with Pakistan.
Yeah, nasty other newspapers.
Okay, I'm going to end this because what's very clear is, and this is what I said even on the day when India accepted Imran Khan's invitation for talks, that nothing is going to come off it. You know, talking to Pakistan at this current juncture is pointless. Dawood Ibrahim, Hafiz Saeed, 132 globally designated terrorists, what are we even talking to them about? If they've got terrorists operating, how can they possibly walk down the road of peace with India?
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.